Hey, boys and girls, this book is called Introducing North America. Introducing Continents, North America by Chris Oxlade. This is the table of contents. The table of contents is a very important feature of a nonfiction text. It tells you what subjects and what chapters are going to be in the book and what pages they can be found on. Other important features of a nonfiction text are maps. This is a map of the world, and highlighted in dark green is North America. So it shows you where in the world North America is. And this over here is a table, and tables are another important feature of a nonfiction text. This table gives you quick information. It's a North America fact file. It says area, 9,456,000 square miles. Population, 542 million. Number of countries, 23. Highest mountain, Mount McKinley at 20,322 feet. And the longest river is the Missouri River at 2,341 miles. About North America. North America is one of the world's 7 continents. A continent is a huge area of land. North America is the 3rd largest continent. It stretches almost from the equator in the south to the Arctic in the north. North America sits between the Atlantic Ocean in the east and the Pacific Ocean in the west. North America is connected to the continent of South America by a narrow strip of land. This area is called Central America. Famous places. There are many amazing natural landmarks in North America. The Grand Canyon in Arizona in the United States is 277 miles long. Niagara Falls and Yellowstone National Park are also popular places to visit. And another important feature of nonfiction text will be captions or labels connected to either diagrams or pictures. And this says, in some places, the Grand Canyon is 1 mile deep. And this is the pyramid of the niches in the ancient city of El Tajín in Mexico. There are many famous buildings too. In Mexico, there are pyramids built about 500 years ago by people called the Aztecs. Modern buildings include the CN Tower in Toronto, Canada, and the Hoover Dam in the United States. Geography. The largest mountain range in North America is the Rocky Mountains in the west. The Rockies stretch almost 3,100 miles from Mexico to Alaska. The Appalachian Mountains are on the east side of North America. So here's a map with a diagram of the mountains. Mount McKinley in Alaska is the highest mountain in North America. This part of the Mojave Desert is called Death Valley because it is so hot and dry. There are deserts in the southwest of North America. They include the Mojave Desert in California and the Sonoran Desert in New Mexico. The Great Plains is a huge area of flat land in the center of North America. It is also called the prairie. There are 5 huge lakes along the border between the United States and Canada. They are called the Great Lakes. Lake Superior is one of the Great Lakes. It is the world's largest freshwater lake. This photograph shows Lake Superior in winter. This paddle steamer is taking tourists on a trip along the Mississippi. The Missouri is the longest river in North America. It is 2,341 miles long. It flows across the center of the United States and into the Mississippi River. The St. Lawrence River connects the Great Lakes with the Atlantic Ocean. Weather. North America has many different types of weather. In the south, it is tropical. This means it's hot and there is lots of rain. In the north, it's very cold year-round and there is lots of snow. In the far north of North America, there are times during the winter when it stays dark all day long. Hurricane Rita caused this flooding in Louisiana in the United States. Extreme weather sometimes strikes North America. Hurricanes are giant storms. They bring powerful winds and heavy rains to Central America, the Caribbean, and the Southeast United States. Tornadoes also hit the United States. Animals. An amazing variety of animals live in North America. Polar bears live in the far north, and grizzly bears live in the forests and mountains farther south. Bison live on the plains. They are also known as buffalo. This grizzly bear is living high in the Rocky Mountains. Alligators live in the swamps called Everglades in Florida. Alligators live in lakes, rivers, and swamps in the southeast United States. Hundreds of different types of birds make their homes in the rainforests of Central America. Jaguars live in rainforests too. Plants. A giant plant grows in the deserts in the south of North America. It is the saguaro cactus. It grows up to 49 feet high. It survives on very little water. These saguaro cactuses are growing in the desert in Arizona. These enormous trees are giant redwoods. There are vast conifer forests in the north of North America. Conifer trees stay green year-round. Giant redwood trees grow there too. They are the tallest trees in the world, and they grow up to 367 feet high. People. American Indians were the first people to live in North America. There are many groups of American Indians all over North America. People from all over Europe settled in North America too, including from Britain, France, and Spain. Inuit people live in the far north of North America. People from many different groups live in New York City. Most people in the United States speak English. Many people in Central America and Mexico speak Spanish, and many people in Canada speak French. American Indians often speak their own languages. Sports and culture. Baseball, basketball, and ice hockey are popular sports in the United States and Canada. Football began in the United States. The Super Bowl is the biggest game of the year. Excuse me. This crowd is enjoying a Cincinnati Reds baseball game. The reggae band is playing on the island of Jamaica. Hollywood is in Los Angeles, California. It is the center of the movie industry in the United States. Hundreds of movies are made there every year. Popular music in North America includes country music in the United States and reggae music in the island of the Caribbean. Countries. There are 23 countries in North America. The continent is made up mostly of 3 very large countries. These are the United States of America, or USA, Canada, and Mexico. Canada is the second largest country in the world after Russia. Here's a map of the countries in the United States. Most of the countries of North America are islands in the Caribbean Sea, such as Cuba and Jamaica. Greenland is the world's largest island, but it is not a country. It is part of Denmark, a country in Europe. This is a street in Havana, the capital city of Cuba. cities and countryside. New York City, Los Angeles, Mexico City, and Toronto are some of the cities in North America with the greatest number of people. Mexico City is the largest city in North America. Around 20 million people live there. New York is an important world business center. There are dozens of skyscrapers in the center of New York City. This is the main street in April, a town in Massachusetts. There are thousands of small towns in the plains of North America. Many people who live there are farmers who grow wheat and raise cattle. In Central America, most people work on small farms. They grow coffee, sugar, and bananas. Natural resources and products. Trees are cut down in the forests of Canada and the United States. The wood is used to make furniture, houses, and many other wooden objects. Oil and gas are found under the ground and the ocean in many places. This oil rig is in the Gulf of Mexico. Boeing airplanes are made in this giant factory. North America has many different industries. Cars are made in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Boeing airplanes are made near Seattle, Washington. Silicon Valley in California is the home of the U.S. computer industry. Fun facts: the Panama Canal cuts through the middle of the country of Panama. It carries huge ships between the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Tornado Alley is an area in the center of the United States where many tornadoes hit every year. Greenland is covered with a sheet of ice that is almost 2 miles thick in some places. The Boeing aircraft factory near Seattle, Washington, is the world's largest building. Which part of North America is the biggest island in the world? What is the largest mountain range in North America? Who built the pyramids in Mexico? And what is the world's largest freshwater lake? This is another important feature of a nonfiction text. This is the glossary. The glossary tells you important words that are in the book and gives you their definition. Arctic, an area of Earth around the North Pole where it is always cold. Continent, one of 7 huge areas of land on Earth. Desert, an area of land that gets very little rain. Equator. I read that wrong. Equator is an imaginary line running around the middle of Earth. Freshwater, water that fills rivers and lakes. It is not salty like the ocean. Hurricane is a fierce storm that brings strong winds and heavy rain. Mountain range, long line of mountains. Plains, flatlands. Prairie, huge area of grassland or farmland. Swamps, places where the ground is muddy or flooded. And a tornado, spinning column of air that brings very strong winds. If you want to find out more about North America, these are books that you can look at. These are websites that you can go to get more information about North America. And this is another important feature of a nonfiction text. It's the index. And the index tells you important words that are in the book and tells you what pages they can be found on. So if you're looking for deserts, it's on page 9 and 16. If you're looking for plains, that's on page 9, 14, and 25. Music is on page 21. So you can learn where to look in the book for specific information. If you cannot get it from your table of contents, the index can help you. This has been a book called Introducing North America, and it was written by Chris Oxlade. I hope you enjoyed it.